Okay, so this is what we are talking about, inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. So whenever we are talking about the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix under secondary school level, we only focus on a 2 by 2 matrix. You will never be given a question whereby you are taught to find the inverse of a 3 by 3 matrix. You only end at a 2 by 2 matrix. So even as I start explaining this part, let's make sure we understand what I'm trying to say. So inverse is being denoted by, let's say you are given a certain matrix, M is equal to this. So if this is a letter, so we denote an inverse like this. So an inverse is being denoted, so denoted by this. And what an inverse is denoted. So whenever you are told to find a letter to the power negative 1, so any letter to the power negative 1 is just the same as you are told to find the inverse of a given what? Of a given matrix. So, for example, if you are told to find if a given matrix, let's say you are given a matrix whereby say M is equal to this, so we've got A, B, C, D. We've got something like this. This is what you are given. So then you are told to find the inverse of that. So you know that inverse, you are going to say that M, this is what you are going to start with. So you are going to start with what? M. Because that is the what? The matrix given. So you are going to say that M to the power negative 1 is equal to, you do this, then you say 1 over determinant. So 1 over the determinant, then you do this, then you've got A, B, C, then D. This is what you are going to do. So this is the formula that we get to use whenever we are talking about the inverse. This is the what? This is the formula that we use. So before I even proceed on this, there are certain things that you need to understand. So I told you that whenever you are talking about a 2 by 2 matrix, you need to know what a major diagonal is and what a minor diagonal is. So I told you that numbers which are arranged in this manner, this is called the minor diagonal. So this is your minor diagonal. This is your minor diagonal. Then numbers arranged in this way, this is called the major diagonal. I explained this when I was just starting. So this is the what? This is the major diagonal. This is the what? The minor diagonal. So we've got two diagonals. We've got the major diagonal and the minor diagonal. So these are the 2 points that you need to understand. So before you multiply, this is called the scalar. So before you multiply with the scalar, you multiply this scalar to the numbers inside this. What you need to know is the what? Is that the minor diagonal, in the minor diagonal, these signs change. So in the minor diagonal, signs will do what? Signs will change. This is what you need to know. Signs will change. But in the major diagonal, positions, so you need to know that positions will do what? Positions will swap. Positions are going to swap. So these are 2 points that you need to know and understand. So make sure you understand all this part that I'm trying to explain. So before I even go deeper on this, let me give you something that will give you a picture in your mind so that you really understand what I'm trying to talk about. So from the little that I've explained here, you are able to tell that this is the what? This is the determinant, which means whenever you are told to find the inverse, you need to have the determinant somewhere. So let's do this. Let's say you are given a question. Let's say this is our example 1. This is our example 1. This is our example what? Example 1. So we say given that, so let me just say given that B is equal to, so B is equal to 2, 1, 6, then we've got a 4 there. B is equal to this. Then the question you are told, find B the power negative 1. So find B to the power negative 1. So finding B to the power negative 1 means that you are finding the inverse of what? The inverse of b. So what are you going to do when you want to find the inverse of b? The first thing that you are going to do is to find the determinant of this matrix. So the first thing that you are going to do, you are going to find the determinant of this matrix. So let's find the determinant of this. So, and I told you that whenever you want to find the determinant of this, the first thing that you need to do is to so the first thing that you want to do here, you need to know the major diagonal and the minor diagonal, and I've told you, you know what the major diagonal and the minor diagonal is. So determinant, so want to find the determinant of what? Want to find the determinant of b. So determinant of b is equal to, what you need to do, you need to multiply the major diagonal. You get the major diagonal. So in the major diagonal, you've got 4 times 2, like this. Then you say minus what? The minor diagonal. So the way I'm writing these things, this is the exact way that you need to be writing. Don't put your own things, or don't put anything that you have heard from somewhere. Make sure you follow this, because once you start if you've got a lot of information on one topic, you confuse yourself. So I want you to be addicted to this. I want you to be used to this way of answering questions, because this is the easiest way of answering questions. So in the minor diagonal, of got 1 and 6. So 1 times 6, like this. So this is equal to 4 times 2, it's 8, minus 1 times 6, 6. So here the determinant is what? 2. This is the what? This is the determinant. So our determinant is what? Our determinant is 2. So my determinant is 2. So after finding the determinant now, I'll do this. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to write it here. I'm told to find what? The inverse. So I'm going to, this is what I'm going to say. So I'm going to say B inverse is equal to, so B inverse is equal to what? I say this is part of the formula 1 over. Have you seen here? I said over the determinant. So the determinant of what? The determinant of B. Don't confuse yourself. You get the what? The determinant here. 2. You put that determinant there. Then you do this. Then have you seen this? This is the what? This is the given matrix. This is our what? This is our matrix. So you do this. So you know that I've told you that in the major diagonal, what will happen? Positions will swap. So this 4 will go on top. This 4 will go there. And these 2 will come there. So they are going to interchange. So the 4 will be there. Then the 2 will come here. This is what you need to know. Then in the what? In the minor diagonal. In the minor diagonal, positions will swap. So make sure you understand this. In the minor diagonal, positions will swap. So I mean, in the minor diagonal, signs will change. So in the minor diagonal, signs will do what? Will change. So here signs will change. If it is a negative, it will be a positive. If it is a positive, it will be a negative. If it is a negative, it will be a positive. But in the major diagonal, just positions. If this one, if it is 4, will go on top. If any number here, these 2, they are going to do what? To swap. This will go there, this will go there. So this is what you need to understand on this. So here now, I'm on the what? Minor diagonal. I know that in the minor diagonal, signs will change. So if this is a positive, it will become a negative. So I've got negative what? Negative 1. I've got, this is positive 6. So I'm going to have negative what? Negative 6. This is what you need to know. So some people will tell you that you need to leave your answer here. Have you seen that? You need to leave your answer where? Here. So it is fine to leave your answer here. I'm not against that. But I want you to understand this. Leaving your answer here, some markers will give you a 1 mark. They will mark you. They will give you 1 mark. But this card is 2 marks. So, but to be on a safer side, you need to complete. You need to get this. This is called what? The scalar. You need to be multiplying to each and every number in this matrix. So you're going to say that B inverse is equal to. So make sure you follow what I'm trying to explain here. Make sure you follow this teaching properly. Understand it. Let it sink in your blood. So that when you're going to write your exam, you don't forget anything, because once you forget about what happens to the major diagonal, what happens to the minor diagonal, you will be confused and you won't know what to do. So when you've got something like this, so this is called the numerator, this is called the denominator. So it is the numerator that gets to multiply. So you say 1 times 4. So 1 times 4, it's 4. You say 4 over what? 2. This denominator will be following. So make sure you understand this point. This denominator will be following 1 times negative 6. It is negative 6 over. This one will be following 2. 1 times negative 1. It will follow negative 1 over 2. 1 times 2. It's 2 over what? 2. Like this. You need to do this. This is what you need to do. So make sure you understand. After you reach here now, you can now complete your answer and say B inverse now is equal to. So 2 into 4. So I told you that this is paper 2. A calculator is around. So 2 into 4. It's 2. So we've got a 2 there. Then 2 into negative 6. It is negative 3. This, there's no number, so you just leave it like this. Like this. Then 2 you divide by 2, it's 1. Like this. So this is your what? This is your answer. This is what you are supposed to do. So make sure you copy down this and you understand. So let me just explain on a simple part, because you can be confused at some point. So let me explain this part here. So there's one part that I want you to understand. Just one part that I want you to understand. So we are still dealing with the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix. So let's say you are given a question like this. This is the question that you are given. You are given a question, we've got 6, we've got 2x, then we've got 1 there. This is the question that you are given. This is the question that you are given. So let's say, maybe they say m is equals to this. This is what you are given. So m is equals to this. Then the question is saying, find x if the determinant of m is. So if the determinant of m, let's say if the determinant of m, so I put a number there. So if the determinant of m is, let me say, is 10. The determinant of m is 10. You do this. Then this is A. B, you are taught to find, hence find, so hence find m like this. Find the inverse of that. So I believe I explained this part when I was starting. This is the determinant, using the determinant to find a given missing value. So now what we are going to do here is that we are going to do what? We are going to say A. So solutions. So solutions A. We want to find the value of x. So you need first to do what? To write the what? Expression for the determinant. This I explained. You need to write the expression for the determinant. So determinant of m is equal to. So you multiply the major diagonal. This is the major diagonal. 6 times 1, it is 6. Minus 2 times x, it's 2x. So this is the what? Expression for the determinant. When you are taught to write the expression for the determinant, this is what you need to do. But you need to include that part which I have not included, where you say 6 times 1. You do this minus, you need to include this part. So I've just done this because I know that we are able to do that. So you do this. Then you say this is equal to. So this is equal to. This is the what? This is the expression for the determinant. This is the expression. So now you need to get this expression, which is 6 minus 2x. Equate it to the determinant. So you need to equate this to the what? You need to equate this to the determinant. So you equate this to the determinant. What is your determinant? Your determinant is what? Your determinant is 10, like this. So it will be 2x, negative 2x is equal to, this is 10. So this one will go to the other side of the equation. You're going to have negative 6. So you're going to have 2x now is equal to, so 2x is equal to what? 10 minus 6. we've got a 4. You divide both sides by 2, you divide both sides by 2. So negative 2 cancelled. So x now is equal to what? Negative 2. When you divide that, it's equals to negative 2. Now that you know the value of x, that's when you can go and find the what? The inverse now. So your b, you are going to say, this is what you are going to say. B is equal to, so b, you are told to find the inverse of this m, which is equal to, so you say 1 over the what? The determinant. So you are going to put the determinant there. The determinant of what? M, which is what? Not, this is where people are making mistakes, like in the video that the meeting that we had, the rev chat last night. The exercise that I gave you, some people are making a mistake. We are getting this value of x and saying that it is the determinant. No, don't make this mistake. You know that x is equal to negative 2. This is not the determinant. This is the value of x. So then you do this. So we've got what? We've got 6. We've got 2. X, I know. X is what? Negative 2. Then here there is 1 like this. So now I just substitute and let's do what I was doing. So here you put the determinant 10. Then here you know what will change and what will not change. So this is your what? This is your exercise. I want you to complete this and send. So complete this and send. And let me explain on one part. Let's say you've got something like, you are given a question. This is just away from this. You are given a question, A inverse is equal to, we've got 1 over 2. Then even in the bracket here, maybe we've got 6 over 5 like this. We've got something like this, 2, 1, 4. And you are told to multiply. So how can you multiply this one with a fraction? So this one on top will multiply with this one on top. This one down will multiply with that one down. So this is the part that I wanted you to know. So this one will multiply with that one. This one will multiply with that one. But when we've got a whole number like this, it is only this one on top that will multiply with this. Then the denominator will do what? Will fall. So make sure you understand this part. So hope now we are able to answer the exercise that I gave due to the bad network that we had last night. So some people were not able to see. Hope this video will help you. Thank you so much. So don't forget to send this way. Complete this question and send the work.